I love playing, I love competing. I didn't take losing that well, still don't, so it was like a job, you know, we'd do it before and we'd do it after school, and it was something that required a lot of discipline. When I was 12, I was one of the best in the country, but then it kind of came and went from there until I got to 17, but I definitely wasn't one of these, you know, prodigies kind of raised to be a tennis player. I went from no ranking in 2000 to #1 in 2003. It all happened pretty fast, you know, and that was a fun part because there were no real expectations. There was no real anything to deal with. It was almost all upside, and then all of a sudden I was one of the best tennis players in the world, and it happened pretty quick, but it was a lot of fun. I don't think good things happen by accident. There certainly was a lot of work. I definitely treat it more like a profession now, as far as being prepared and doing the right things, and even nutrition and all that. And back then, that wasn't really the case. I almost miss that simplistic attitude sometimes. You go out and hit some balls. That was probably my biggest dream in tennis, was to win the U.S. Open. My mom used to give me a birthday present. We'd go up on a little trip for a weekend and watch the tennis at the U.S. Open. So, you know, I was the kid way up in the stands, and then to have it come full circle and be the guy standing there at the end was a pretty big dream come true for me. I've been playing well all summer, and you know, things just went right for me. It takes a lot of good luck also. It's, you know, it's kind of like where hard work meets preparation meets opportunity, and it all came together for that tournament. I love Wimbledon. I love everything about it. I love the traditions and people queuing for tickets, and I kind of really fall for the essence of the tournament every time I'm there. So you know, there's nothing like playing on Sundays there, and I've played there 3 times. So you know, hopefully I can give myself another opportunity or two to try to win it. That's probably the #1 goal at this point in my career. You know, I feel like I've been close numerous times, and I'd love to win a Wimbledon title. Davis Cup's been a big part of my career. The best memories that I have are just with my teammates. It was almost the weeks where we knew we were going to have 5 or 6 meals together, and, you know, dinners together that week, and time to catch up, and then all of a sudden we'd go to battle on the weekends. And it's always a proud moment when you get to represent your country. Tennis is a grind, you know, it's week in, week out. You can't pass the ball to a teammate and hope that he does something good. You kind of have to take it all on. You have to stay healthy is a big thing. I've been pretty lucky to not have something major to this point in my career. I think that's a small part luck and a big part of being prepared and putting in you know, hours in the gym and making sure your body's right. And that's something that I've kind of learned over the last 2-3 years, and that's been important. Beyond that, I mean, you have to be able to play a little bit. You know, you have to be able to. You can't be too proud to make adjustments and adjust to the way the game is going. The way I serve is not the way you would teach a kid to serve, so it's almost technically all wrong, and then all of a sudden it goes right at the end. I think the one thing that people don't realize about a serve is that it's not all arm. You know, a lot of it comes from lower body and from legs. I feel like most of the big servers, from Becker to Pete, really kind of have that exaggerated bend and then push up into the ball, and most people just talk about how hard you can swing your arm a lot of the time. I have a very kind of simple life at home. You know, when this whole kind of tennis life started, I didn't rush off to LA or New York. You know, I'm pretty happy to be in Texas, where they're a lot more concerned about college football than they are about tennis, and that wasn't by accident. I enjoy it when I get the opportunity to do it, but I'm very conscious of not kind of making that my existence, about having maybe a sense of normalcy at home in a place that I can go to. Andre Agassi was a bit of a mentor for me. I asked him what his biggest regret was. It's a pretty heavy question for Andre. I mean, we've all kind of been a part of his triumphs and his pitfalls. So he said, I didn't start my charitable foundation early enough, and that's coming from a guy who's probably the leader as far as philanthropy in tennis and maybe even sports. So that hit home, and you know, I figured there was no reason, even if we couldn't raise that much, to start it the next year. I think I was 18, and we raised, you know, I think it was $30,000 or $40,000 in a parking lot. You know, now we're doing events with Elton John and looking at upwards of $1 million a night. So it's been a pretty fun process for us. We focus on children's charities, and what the Andy Roddick Foundation is kind of an umbrella that feeds to these various charities. You know, at-risk youth is almost a way of saying that the parents aren't quite doing their job that they should be doing. You know, whether it's sexual abuse, whether it's you know, abandonment because of a drug addiction by a parent. We've worked with shelters. You know, we try to work with kind of at-risk schools. It's all based around children because we kind of like the thought of maybe altering the course of someone's life. I really enjoy playing in the SAP Open. We appreciate the support that they give at San Jose, and it's become it's a little weird because I go there and it's like the SAP and I see myself all over the tournament. But it's been great. I really enjoy kind of going out there and playing, and I don't think I've missed it. And it has to be 7, 8, 9 years now, and so it's a place I look forward to going every year. It's been a great partnership. You know, obviously I feel pretty lucky to be associated with such a respected brand. It's been a pleasure to work with them. You want to be a part of brands like SAP.